humble request to all participants today. There is a lake, there is a pond, there is a nala, there is a river somewhere close to your house. So far, if you've ignored that water body, please go in search of this water body. Of course, keeping in mind the lockdown and more. Once the lockdown is released, please take time out to go in search of your city's water bodies or those rural water bodies that you visited as a child. These water bodies deserve our attention. These water bodies have a story to tell. Come tell us such stories, whether it is the Vainganga story, the Bangaradoddi story. There is so many such water stories that we need to share. And the new age stories of how there is one individual who's cleaning river streams in Punjab, or how there is one senior citizen who's actually taking on pond restoration in Chhattisgarh. There are wonderful individuals who are doing some tremendous work. Let's not just celebrate their work, let's participate in their work. And by participation, I don't mean through monetary efforts, I mean through time. Almost all of us today have a smartphone, and almost all of us are sharing information through digital platforms. Why can't we share stories of water conservation? Why should we only share politics and movie-based news? Why can't we share such news? Why can't we actually propagate about India's efforts to conserve her water? The more positive news spreads, there will be more pride and there will be more participation. We've seen this. Often everybody asks me this question. Yeah, okay, you guys are going cleaning that pond. You all are involved in removing all that garbage. But what happens? People again come and dump garbage there. Of course, yes, people again come and dump garbage. But I wish to remind you, please remember that the number of people who come and dump garbage reduces gradually over time. What we've been doing for 30, 40 years cannot be undone by just one WhatsApp forward. It needs time. We cannot give up. Also, we should motivate ourselves that there are so many people cutting across religion, caste, language, region, who is coming together just with one dream, that one day that lake, pond, river will be clean, where we can see the fish swim happily, where you and I can drink water. That is the dream and the hope with which people are volunteering. Let's not belittle that effort. Let's be part of that effort. And if there is still some problem in that effort, let's pitch in to see how we can plug that problem. Every single one of you has the ability to participate. If you're telling me, no, I can't put in a physical effort to come clean. Okay, you might have a smartphone. Why don't you click good photos, make videos about lakes and ponds, spread the joy. If you're somebody who's interested in science, please come participate in the hydrogeomorphological studies. If you're wondering what that is, if it sounds too big, it's very simple. Hydro is water, geo soil, morphology is the structure, water and land meet, and what happens in that place, research on that. Limnology, the study of lakes and ponds. There is internet at our disposal. We all can participate. Let's actually do that. If you're a school teacher who's listening now, please make environment quiz and spread it to your students. If you're somebody who can write well, speak well, Bhojpuri, Marathi, Gujarati, Tamil, Telugu, we need people who can speak in local dialect, in local vernacular language. Take these stories and tell every fellow Indian that India is a country which cares about her environment. We have forgotten it in the recent past, and it's time we revive that. And we have to take a responsibility towards India's water bodies. We can't just blame one or the other person. I will tell you why. When the 2015 floods happened in Chennai, or when the Kerala floods happened, often there was a tutu meme that was happening, where one section was blaming the other section was blaming the other section. But there was another larger section which didn't get into this tutu meme, which was just out there, volunteering, which was doing its duty. It includes again everybody, from the NDRF to district collectorate people, to corporates, to citizen volunteers, to media journalists. There was a set of people who were just doing their work because they didn't want to be part of the problem. They wanted to be part of the solution. That is why we were able to come out of that flood. That is why we were able to come out of that drought. But how long are we only going to be reactive? We should also be proactive. That is what we are learning out of such calamities. And that is where it's a humble request where we need to come together to proactively think on the lines of science, logic, and use our democratic rights to participate in solution in field. With that, I'm going to request you for just one thing. Sincerely focus on volunteering for India and her environment, because that is the least we can do for our motherland. We're all extremely proud when we sing the national anthem, use the word Jai Hind, or when we talk about our territory. But then shouldn't we also ask ourselves a question? What have we given back to our country? I completely understand. And I'm in no way trying to take away the responsibility from the government because this is a government platform. No, the government has a big role. Nobody is denying that. But I just wish to humbly remind everybody, we are the government. We are the government, because in this democracy, it's by the people, for the people. The more we participate, the more we can achieve together. And India is already doing that. Lake ponds from the Dal Lake, which we were part of for a small period to voluntarily clean up. So many students came forward, boys, girls, young, old, everybody was there. Or a Tuticorin lake, which we are now going to clean with the support of the collector and the MP, cutting across all political lines, which is again a collaborative effort. Or the Trivandrum Karimadam colony pond, where fisher folk are involved, where people from low income group are involved, people from a middle income group are involved. Everybody is participating. Or the larger efforts that are happening in Sora, Meghalaya. The reason why I'm trying to stress on such positive stories from across India is I'm witness to this. I'm seeing this happen, and I'm proud to be a part of this. I'm just requesting you to be to share that world with me. There is a beautiful hydrostan that we can build together. And with that request, I again thank the officials for giving a platform to a young organization like ours, for believing in a setup like ours. Because when they approached us for the restoration of the Konneri tank, it was a huge responsibility. The highest official in the country was to visit, hosting India on an international platform. We all got together in the name of science, revived that lake. And today that lake is holding water. These are stories which India has to share. And it's already happening. We are already through the Indian High Commission in Colombo or in talks with the Sri Lanka government to see how in Hambantota, in Trincomalee, we can revive water bodies. And the potential is tremendous, as I was mentioning. Bhutan, Bangladesh, Nepal, India is already a leader in several fronts in the globe across, whether it's in Africa or in several other partner nations. We can also take water conservation from this country, how our ancestors established those step wells, those temple tanks, those nalas, those canals, those lakes, those ponds. That's what we need to do. I thank all of you for patiently listening. If I cut across anything which offended anybody, I humbly apologize for that. And I also wish to remind you that I'm only presenting my story. I'm not advising, I'm only requesting. Please volunteer for India and her environment. Jai Hind.